In this lesson, we'll talk about the Facebook component, so you can configure a Facebook app and connect to your Facebook albums, events, and friends. You'll be able to create a customized experience using the scenes. So to start off the process, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to developers.facebook.com. You want to do this after you logged into your Facebook account so you can actually create a new app. So on this page, go ahead and click on apps, and next you'll click on create new app right here on the right. So you'll go ahead and create a new app. You can just fill in the app name, test app 2, click on continue, and here we see the app ID. The app ID will actually be used to connect the Signage Studio and the Signage Player with your Facebook account. So go ahead and make a note of your app ID. Next, we'll switch to the Signage Studio and let's go ahead and configure our Facebook account. So we'll go over here to the scene editor, and in the scene editor we'll go ahead and create a new scene. We'll go ahead and call this our Facebook scene. Next, we'll switch over here to components, and over here in the components we have a component called a Facebook item. So go ahead and drag and drop that to the scene. Let's go ahead and make a little bit more room here. And if you look at the properties of the Facebook item, you can see that you can set things like the friend information, photos for the photo album, as well as the events. So we'll start first by setting up an album. So we'll go over here and select the photo big right here and go to the position and size and set this to occupy the full size of the scene, so it's always gonna just occupy the whole size. So now we just have an image that's gonna be just as large as our scene. And then we'll switch back to the timeline, go to components. Now over here under the components on the timeline, we'll actually select the Facebook component, which is going to be right here. This is the Facebook player. Put it on the channel. Double click to load up its properties. Once you load the properties for the Facebook component, go to the Facebook tab, and here you'll need to supply the app ID, the email, and the password. So I went ahead and pasted all the information, the app ID, just like I showed you before. I went ahead and pasted also my login email and the password. And the last thing I need to do is actually associate a scene. So we'll switch over here to the scenes and select the Facebook scene that we created earlier and just drag and drop that over here to associate the scene with this Facebook component. And next you'll see right here that the property box already shows me my albums that are available in Facebook. So I'll go ahead and select Great Places. And here are my Facebook images that are just loading dynamically from Facebook. So that was pretty straightforward to set up. We can also set right here the interval. In other words, how often we want the image to change. So if we'll go ahead and set this to be, let's say, 2 seconds, you'll see that the image will just change a lot quicker. Now if we wanted to further customize this scene, we'll just switch back to the scene editor, go over here and select just a label, put it on top. We'll just go ahead and call it my Facebook. Change the fonts. And let's say we want to go ahead and put a thumbnail of the images on top, just to show the functionality. So again, we'll go ahead and put another Facebook item just below my label, and this time I'm going to actually choose photo small. Switch back to the timelines. Again, double click to load up the properties for the Facebook player. Now you can see a thumbnail of the image and my label. So scenes are fully customizable using the Facebook component. So again, just to recap, be sure to create your app ID, paste your app ID from Facebook, and also paste in your login email of Facebook and the password from Facebook to the properties of your Facebook component. Next, we'll use the Facebook component to connect to our friends information. So first, let's go ahead and delete the current records from the scene. Press the delete key on the keyboard. Now, just like before, I'll go ahead and switch to components, look for the Facebook item. I'll go ahead and drag and drop 3 Facebook items. For the first one, I'll select the Facebook name, which is fine. Change the colors. For the second entry, I'll go ahead and select the friend sex, so male, female. Again, change the fonts, make it just smaller. And I'll go ahead and set the friend's picture. Now switch back to the timelines. We'll go ahead and again double click the properties, or you can also click right here to load the properties of the Facebook player. Switch to the properties. This time though, for the data type, we're not going to actually select album, we'll actually go ahead and select the friends. So select this drop down, and since the scene is already associated, just like before, we didn't have to reassociate the scene. You can see that it's toggling through all the different friends we have. So now that we've already showed you how to set up albums and friends, we'll go ahead and show you how to set up events. So go ahead and log into your Facebook account and click on events just right here on the left. And here you can set up events. So we already have just 2 sample events, and you can of course add as many events as you want. And we'll go ahead and switch now to the Signage Studio. And so we switch back to scenes, again back to components, search for the Facebook item, and this time we'll set up 2 Facebook items. The first one is going to be right here, the event's name, and just below it we'll actually set up the event's location. And let's go ahead and set also the event start date. And I'll go ahead and just change the colors so we can see better the different labels. Switch back to our campaign. Select the Facebook player on the timeline. Select the load properties. And since it's already associated, the scene is already associated, we don't have to reassociate it since we've already dragged it before. So all we really have to do is just select here from the data type, events. And you can see that it nicely scrolling. Again, in this case, we just have 2 events. So with the Facebook component, it's easy to integrate your Facebook information right onto your Signage presentation.